Welcome, everybody, to a balmy Friday night matchup between the Loyola Cubs and the St. Paul Swordsmen. It is a hot day here in downtown LA in Pico Union with temperatures somewhere in the 80s. These Cubs have been preparing all week, and they're very excited for this matchup. Coming off a tough loss against St. Francis, I'm here with my partner, Lorenzo. Lorenzo, why don't you tell us a little about these Cubs?
All right, the Cubs are looking to turn things around here. Last week they lost to their arch rivals, the Golden Knights at St. Francis, despite a shot at a game-winning drive. And a key to their victory this week is to cut down on the penalties. Last week they had 60 yards worth of penalties. They'll need to cut those yellow rags down to have a shot at victory. Their best receiver, Khalil Cuevas, is having a great year with 39 receptions, 382 yards, and 4 trips to the end zone. A support on the other side is Duke Giaraputo. He has 31 receptions, 360 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Last year's matchup between these two teams was 24-14 in favor of the Cubs.
Look, when these two teams play each other, it's always a battle as we get ready for the opening kickoff. The Swordsman booted away. It's going to be a pretty short kick, fielded around the 30. Cubs are going to take it. He's going to make a move right.
Uh-oh. He's going to get the edge.
He's pushed out of bounds right around midfield. But look, these two teams have been rivals for decades. Whenever they play each other, it is a battle. St. Paul, they're looking to put a winning streak together after blowing out Crespi last week, 48-7. You know, currently they're sharing the top spot in the Angeles League with Paraclete and St. Francis. St. Francis obviously had the big win over Loyola last week. And their standouts are senior running back Christian Melendez. He's averaging 103 yards per game, so certainly a major factor on that Swordsman offense. As we get our first look at the Cubs offense tonight, we have number 9, Thomas Nile, under center taking snaps. Out wide is Duke Giaraputo, Khalil Cueva, and Sean Morris in the backfield. They're going to give it to Morris. Morris really is just a workhorse for this offense as he slices and dices his way through that defensive line for a gain of about 7 to start this game off.
They've got that heavy rushing attack on offense.
Definitely. So a good start there for the Cubs. You know, they really do lean heavily on that run game. They have a very big offensive line, very experienced offensive line, but they're not afraid to take a shot on the outside to a receiver like Khalil or someone like Duke.
Shotgun, one run in the backfield.
Thomas takes a snap. Nile rolls out left. He's looking downfield. Nobody open. He's going to tuck it and run, try and get anything. And he does not get back to the line of scrimmage for a loss of yards there for the Cubs.
Second and long here.
This Cubs offense certainly has had its struggles this year, but they've had, you know, flashes of promise. And I think it's just a matter of can they live up to their potential because, you know, they'll be struggling all game and then all of a sudden they'll have a huge play and you'll be like, wow, this is an offense with a lot of.
Yeah, you just got to grind this stuff out. At some point, it's got to come.
Yeah.
Nile out of the gun.
Cueva in motion. He's going to give it to Morris. Breaks one tackle in the backfield, but quickly brought down, gain of about 2.
This O-line's got to work. They've got to get Morris some holes. And then after that, you can break out the play-action game. Nile can really crank one deep.
Nile, you know, just an absolute student of the game. Got a really high football IQ. He's always going to make the right read. Nile, absolutely an asset for the Cubs there at the quarterback position. Very, you know, he's still a bit raw. It's his first season as a starter, but, you know, a lot of raw talent there to be molded in the coming years. That pass is tipped by number 33 for the Swordsman, and the Cubs are going to go 3 and out in their first drive.
The offensive line's got to hold up. They've got to prevent the tips and blocks from that Swordsman defense.
So Loyola's punter's on here to boot it away. Special teams always a strong suit of Loyola football.
That's
going to be a bad snap.
Still gets it away.
Good punt. It's going to take a Loyola bounce. It's going to be a tough field position for the Swordsman. It's going to be deadened around the 10-yard line by number 54, James Widhelm.
And out come the swordsmen. They'll be led by senior Orlando Zapata. 4 trips into the end zone for the 5'10 receiver.
So now we get our first look at the fearsome Cubs defense. You know, in a season where there's been a lot of offensive struggles, the defense has really kept the Cubs in some games when the offense really has not been doing anything. This is a defense that has a really strong linebacking core led by Scott Taylor and Henry Cassani. These guys are not afraid to lower their shoulder and just lay you out. This St. Paul offense really run heavy. I was speaking with Henry Cassani as we see a handoff there to start off their game. This St. Paul's defense is really run heavy. I was talking to Henry Cassani earlier today, and he was telling me, you know, as a middle linebacker, he relishes the opportunity to be able to get that inside run and fight against that running back every drive.
You know, this this defense overall has got to step up against the run because they really struggled against losing her, and that opened up some read options and play actions and RPOs for them for a blowout win.
Definitely. Also, this Cubs defensive back core, also very strong. You have senior Jake Ariano, and of course you have the lauded high 4-star recruit Brandon Lockhart. That's going to be number 23 on your screen as they go for a little bit of a jet sweep, but he's wrapped up in the backfield, sorry. Big tackle there by number 40.
Isaiah Sanders
Isaiah
right there.
Sanders, the UC Davis commit. He'll be playing for the Aggies next fall, but for now he's still at 1901 Venice. But as I was saying, number 23, Brandon Lockhart, he is, you know, obviously just a highly recruited player holding offers from pretty much any powerhouse school you can imagine. Oregon, Miami, just received an Auburn offer yesterday. So he's just going to, his recruiting profile is just continuing to skyrocket, and he has been making his impact felt this year so far.
Can't wait to see him playing on Saturdays instead of Fridays.
It's going to be a screen pass there.
Check it down.
Lockhart gets blocked, but he's going to be wrapped up there.
I believe. That was Kalai Benavente, Jr. for the Swordsman.
So the Cubs punt return unit now back on the field.
They were just going for a check down space for the punter.
It's going to be the sophomore Josh Gallagher back to receive this punt. Gallagher, a dual sport athlete, also a standout on the soccer field, and he has some wheels. He can really burn if he gets open field.
Always calling for a fair catch right there.
It's going to take a big St. Paul bounce, and they're going to down it all the way down to the 38-yard line. So a short kick ends up with decent defensive field position there for the Swordsman.
Got lucky with that bounce. If it had a bit of backspin, that would have, say, gone to the St. Paul 40.
It's going to be number 9, Thomas Nile, we're spotlighting right now. He's a junior, 5'11". You know, so far he's had a very good year. He's thrown for 406 yards, 11 touchdown passes. You know, he's really strung together a solid rookie campaign here as the starting quarterback.
There's
They're going to give it to Morris.
He's
Morris gets a block.
Tripped up.
Gain of about 11 there. Cubs get to midfield.
He had space there. Grass was really green for him. That O-line is really creating holes for him.
Oh, yeah, this offensive line is also, you know, a huge asset for this Cubs offense. They got a lot of size there with Arizona State champ Westbrooks, Dartmouth commit Ryan Turk. You know, these are just absolute stand-up guys and real leaders on this offense that really just help.
Oh, false start. We'll be hanging out with those guys tomorrow.
Yeah.
Be a lot of fun. Freshman retreat.
Yeah, you know, Loyola, these football players, it's not just like they only play football and they're not involved with anything else. You know, as my partner here was talking about, they're also involved with the freshman retreat, so they are mentors to the underclassmen, and that's just such a key part of the Loyola student-athlete experience. You know, it's not just about performance on the field, it's about who you are off the field and who you're going to become.
Double backfield look for the Cubs.
Niles going to take the snap. He's going to give it to Morris. Morris
is going to
doing.
Get stuffed. Uh-oh.
So this offensive line, you know, kind of a contrast because there's a lot of really experienced seniors, but Also some sophomores making their first varsity season, getting the starting nod there on the offensive line. You have Nelson Pye, Nate Turk, brother of Ryan Turk. So that's something you don't see every day. 2 brothers starting on the offensive line together.
How about Mama Turk getting to see that? That'd be awesome.
Yeah. And, the Turk family, just absolutely great family. Committing to Dartmouth tells you everything you need to know. Academic standout as well.
Oh, intercepted.
Wow. Who was that to? Niall manages to make the tackle. But, wow, that pass.
Was Marcus Munoz, the safety.
That pass was just read from the get-go. I don't know if he read Niall's eyes or something, but that never even had a chance to get to a receiver.
He threw that well short. Must have been some miscommunication with the receiver, considering that the receiver went downfield.
Definitely. That's just something you really hate to see.
Now
really.
Just outside the red zone for St. Paul.
Turnovers have been an issue for this Cubs offense. They find themselves, getting a few nice plays and then just squandering it with a turnover, and that appears to be what just happened in that last drive. So, it's going to be a matter of how the Cubs can bounce back. They knew this was going to be a battle. They knew it was going to be a tough game. And, it's all about how this Cubs defense, this Wolfpack, can bounce back.
It's all about ending your drives with kicks, extra points, field goals.
Yeah. Is there going to be a bit of a jet sweep there? He gets the
There's
corner.
Anthony Osorio.
Solid little first down gain there for the Swordsman.
Now you got a goal line situation.
Henry Cassani there with the tackle. The junior linebacker hailing from Pasadena, California. Henry Cassani, not only does he excel as a starter on the varsity football team, he also is a starting defenseman on the varsity lacrosse team. And that's pretty impressive, as he was both those things last year.
You'd love to see dual sport athletes.
Yeah.
That's always
not easy to do
great
in this day and age with how serious. I know the lacrosse team is.
Uh-oh, we got an injury.
Oh, uh-oh.
And we'll
medical training staff led by Mr. Tim Moziki coming out into the field.
Take a break.
Let's see who that is. Let's check on him. Number 93. I believe that's Ronan O'Rourke. I think that's Ronan O'Rourke.
Yeah.
Ronan O'Rourke, just recently has been starting on the defensive line, but up until his sophomore year of high school, he didn't play football. He was a rugby player. But obviously, there's a lot of similarities between the two games, so I'm sure it was a transition he could make with relative ease.
All right, here we go. 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Some motion there in the backfield for the Swordsman. More motion.
Oh,
ball's loose.
Ball's loose.
But I think the Swordsman fell back on it.
That's a huge break. Nearly squandered a red zone opportunity right there.
Look, even if the Cubs hold him to 3, that would be huge. After throwing that devastating pick. Props to Thomas Nile. After throwing that pick, he didn't give up, and he was the only guy that safety had to beat. And, he got there and he wrapped him up, made the nice tackle. So, Nile, if they do end up getting the stop here or even holding them to 3, Nile's certainly a huge part of that, as that safety had the end zone in his sights.
That's what the great ones do.
Yeah. It's going to be another inside run and going nowhere. This Cubs defense, very good tackling team. They don't miss a lot of tackles. They'll get beaten on big plays occasionally, but, they're not like an arm tackling team. They like to wrap up. Scott Taylor, junior linebacker, just an absolute freak athlete, one of the biggest guys. When you see him walking down the school hall, you notice how big he is, and you say, wow, that is a linebacker.
All of them are big, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gives you appreciate how hard they work, get on this field.
Yeah. Loyola strength and conditioning, certainly a good thing.
There's
There's going to be a bit of a screen pass, but it goes nowhere.
3rd and long here. 4th down. And I believe they're going to
Ronan Zamorano, the sophomore, there to break that play up. And now number 86 for the Swordsman is here to give a field goal attempt.
Navalta.
And it is good. Smashed it through those uprights. With
and
a
now
lot of
St. Paul has the early lead.
With a lot of distance to spare there, so something to keep in mind. Clearly a strong kicker there for the Swordsman. St. Paul, their fan base certainly has traveled well. They might outnumber Loyola fans here today, as crazy as that may seem, but you know, yeah.
High school football.
Both teams with their cheer squads in attendance. St. Paul with probably quadruple the number of cheerleaders as the Cubs.
They've got those boxes they're standing on.
Yeah, they're really they've traveled in full force. Look, you know, this Cubs team, it's not the way anyone within the football program or even a fan has really who would have envisioned this year to go. You know, obviously starting the season, we're more than halfway done. We only have one win. But there have been bright spots. There have been moments that you can say, wow, this is a team with a lot of potential, and it's with a lot of young guys. This is a team that next year, when these guys get some salt, these guys are going to be dangerous, and it's just really exciting to see them growing into a competitive football team over this year. There's another short kick. It's going to be fielded by Josh Gallagher, and he's wrapped up quickly.
You really think it. There's a bunch of games that, with a few breaks the Cubs away, they'd have a much better record. You think Chaminade, Damien.
Yeah.
Even last week, St. Francis.
Yeah. All one possession games.
Yep.
But you know, it is the mark of a good team to win a great team to win those close games. Good teams stay in those games. Great teams win them.
Yep.
So you know, if the Cubs want to get to that next level, they gotta get that clutch factor. They gotta get going when it comes down to it in crunch time in the fourth quarter. As Niall's going to be in the shotgun
the him
here.
Factor.
Yeah. Khalil Cueva in motion, and they gave it to Morris up the gut. Morris going to get maybe 2 or 3 yards there.
Oh.
Pushing there. Legs churning.
Probably 3 yards there.
Yeah. Morris is a transfer, but really just been, you know, transfers have been a huge part of this Cubs offense. They have Sean Morris, the running back. Duke Jaraputo is another transfer. He transferred from Oaks Christian this past year. And also Bryce Coleman, I believe, is also a transfer from the Brentwood School. So, you know, these transfers are coming in this year and making an immediate impact as they give it to Morris again. Morris. And Morris breaks one tackle, but help is there. Number 23 there for the Swordsman wraps him up. Duke Jaraputo really making his presence felt. Him and Khalil Cueva have kind of been a bit of a dynamic duo there at the wideout position. Jaraputo's ripped off a few big plays this year, as has Khalil. Both have explosive speed, but Duke has that size coming in at like 6'3", 6'4", and that's why he gets all that D1 look, because they're going to do a wildcat snap to Sean Morris up the gut, and he gets the first down, moving the chains.
I did not see that coming at all. That was great.
I've never seen that before from the Cubs offense.
Hey, at this point of the season, you need to try something.
Yeah,
to get it to work.
gotta try something new, yeah. So Morris, really a workhorse here in the early goings, and you know that's kind of in line with what we expected. Morris has been taking a huge role in this offense, and just taking a ton of snaps. So props to him, but that does take a physical toll. As they give it to Morris again, and he's running quickly. Gain of 3 there on first down.
That was Justin Smith on the run. Correction.
Oh, Justin Smith, the senior.
He's got 2 trips to the end zone this year.
Justin Smith was a really solid running back on the team last year, and this year his role's only grown, sharing snaps with Morris.
There he is, back in the backfield.
Now from the shotgun, he's going to give it to Justin again. Justin gets across midfield. It's going to bring up 4th and short.
They're going to punt it, it looks like.
How do you feel about this? No, I think they're staying on the field.
Okay.
It's third down.
All right, third down. I think you just run it with Morris here.
Yeah.
If not, you just go for it on fourth down. Maybe sneak it across.
I don't think.
Oh, man.
Wow. Oh, wow.
Oh,
Good second
wow.
effort there by Morris. Really athletic play there to stay up on his feet. And I think they're going to spot him past the first down. Yeah, they're going to motion for him to move the chains.
He looks 6 feet deep there, but he broke the chains and then instead moved him.
Yeah. So the Cubs stringing together a decent drive here.
Yeah, you love to see it. Their offense has struggled through the year.
Niall in the shotgun. He's going to give it to Morris again, wrapped up in the backfield.
That old line's got to keep holding. They gotta stand strong against it. Looks like the Swordsman's D-line has come to play today.
Yeah, this defense is physical, certainly physical.
Hand it off again.
It's going to be Morris with a nice run. Got some room there. Brought down around the 36-yard line, but Morris and Justin Smith, really making their impact felt. Running backs taking a big role in this offense.
Under a minute left here in the opening quarter of play. Oh. Fumble right there. Covered by the Cubs. Glad to just hold on to the ball right there. Second and 10 here. And we'll be heading to the second quarter.
A quarter of the way done here. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back to bring you the second quarter of action here from Smith Field.
John Malloy Broadcast Club, home of all Cubs sports. Find us at cubcast.org.
Khalil Cueva, spotlight on the senior wide receiver. Khalil Cueva, just another absolute freak athlete. He's played in the basketball programs, obviously the football program, but also one of the fastest guys on the Loyola track team. So, Khalil is just an absolute Loyola man. He just does it all. And he's just so lightning fast. He's not the biggest receiver out there, but he really can burn a defender. And when he gets in the open field, it's really tough to bring him down just because of how elusive he is.
First quarter in St. Francis, he took a small screen play, broke it big. You saw how fast he is. Outran all those St. Francis defenders, found the edge, took it home.
Yeah.
Here we are, starting the second quarter.
First play of the second quarter here as Niall comes up under center with Sean Morris in the backfield. Cueva's going to be in motion. Niall takes the snap. He's going to do a play action there.
Out of the
looking
bootleg.
for someone, nobody open, and he's going to just throw it away to his sideline.
Those throws are really tough because you're running on your weak side. There's got to be somebody open, at least short. Cueva was supposed to be that guy, I guess. But he was covered. Right move to throw it away.
So this Cubs offense now faced with the dilemma. They've been running the ball, getting a solid gain here, but that's not the explosive plays that they've been needing. But they have not found any success throwing the ball thus far. So if you're the Cubs OC, what are you doing? Now he's going to fake a pitch there. He's going to roll to his right. Look for someone open.
Cueva.
It's going to be nowhere near Khalil Cueva. Another incomplete pass.
Cueva, the intended receiver right there. Out come the special teams.
He's going to bring up the fourth down. So another fruitless drive here for the Cubs, barring some type of trick play here.
It's a good drive. At least you got the field position at.
Yeah. It's going to be a kick, looking to pin the Swordsmen back in their own territory. It's going to take a St. Paul bounce. Going to be down there about the 19-yard line by number 20, Jake Ariano. So this Cubs offense scoreless through their first couple of possessions. What are you seeing? What would you like them to change?
I think they could just. I think the O-line's gotta block a whole lot. But I feel like they've been utilizing Sean Morris a whole lot better. I feel like they could add in some RPOs. You know, get a little screen, quick out. Make the St. Paul defense think, essentially.
Yeah.
Because they're essentially just gearing up for the run all the time.
Yeah.
Niall could be a bit more accurate with his throws and
Yeah.
his reads, too.
That has been an issue, yes, for this Cubs offense. You know, he makes very good reads, but his raw arm strength isn't as good as it needs a bit of development. But you know, he's one of the hardest workers I know. He's just always grinding and putting in that work in because he knows, you know, being the starting quarterback at Loyola, it's a big job. And you know, when you take on that position, there's a sense of responsibility, and he's well aware of that, and he knows that he needs to.
It's a big responsibility. Yeah. You look at all those CIF championships,
yeah.
1975 national championship.
Oh yeah,
national championship. It's a big deal.
So he knows, and he's working hard, and he's just going to only improve. And so, it's very exciting to keep watching.
Second and 8 here.
It's going to be under center from the Swordsman. Whistles come in. I think it's going to be a timeout.
Timeout St. Paul.
John Malloy Broadcast Club, home of all Cubs sports. Find us at cubcast.org. John Malloy Broadcast Club, home of all Cubs sports. Find us at cubcast.org.
So this Cubs defense,
they've been playing really well.
They haven't been playing very well.
They've been containing the run very well.
Yeah, you know, the points they gave up, they really didn't give up many yards on that drive because they were already backed up on their own end so far.
Coach Castani's really had an emphasis on the run. Last week, they got really punched in the mouth with the run by St. Francis.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns, all Russian.
And, you know, it's really been a point of emphasis in practice, that inside run. But, you know, this Cubs defense, they like contact. I was talking with Henry, as I was mentioning earlier, and Scott, and they look forward to the opportunity to go shoulder pad to
Pitch
pad.
to the outside.
Ooh. Brought down in the backfield. Nice play there by the Cubs defense. Looking strong so far. They relish the opportunity. They look forward to the physical aspect of the game. That's not something that this Cubs defense shies away from. And that certainly is an asset, and it definitely helps out the Cubs.
That's Loyola football. Contact, dirty, gritty, getting down in the mud and the dirt, or in the turf, if you will.
Yeah. So 3rd and long here for the Swordsmen. Let's see if they take a shot here from their own end. We haven't really seen their quarterback air it out yet this far, but you know, presumably he's got a good arm.
I think they're gonna run it here.
Playing it safe here, they're gonna run the ball.
Be 4th down.
He's gonna bring up 4th down, and out comes the punting team.
Cubs have played very well on defense. I love their intensity. their physicality. They're holding St. Paul real down. I wouldn't even put those 3 points on their defense.
No, yeah,
They were given bad field position after that pick.
Nothing they could have done more, really.
Yeah.
Forced to fumble, but the Swordsman fell on it. But it's going to be another short kick there for the Swordsman as number 83, Josh Gallagher, is going to catch it in stride, make one man miss, but he's going to be wrapped up around the 40-yard line. But very good starting field position for the Cubs. So let's see what they can do here.
It's a game of field position, that's all. Just work your way, grind your way through, be patient. Be patient if you're Loyola. It'll arrive, it'll come.
Yeah.
There's no one touchdown that's going to win you the game.
So out comes trotting this Cubs offense for the 4th time today, I think. Number 9, Thomas Nile. Struggled so far, but there's been some positives on the offense. The running backs look very strong, as Nile's going to find Cueva in a screen pass. Cueva unable to break that first tackle, and he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield.
That play was kind of doomed.
No gain. That play was doomed from the start.
Yeah, he had the lurking safety up the top. Can really hear the support from the St. Paul's fans.
This St. Paul's team, we mentioned it before, they traveled very well. They are here in serious numbers, and they're making their presence known. Definitely have more St. Paul's fans here than Loyola, which, says something about the state of the program, to be honest. As Nile's going to drop back to pass. He's looking downfield.
Oh, deep downfield.
He's going to take a shot for Jaraputo.
Oh!
Incomplete.
Oh, he had him. Looked like it was
throw
through his
was
hands.
there, yeah. Good coverage there from the defensive back, but Jaraputo definitely had a chance to catch that ball. So
50-50 ball.
Yeah, that's a play that, I love that Cubs offense taking that shot. And Nile has that downfield accuracy.
That's a play that Jaraputo normally makes. He's so big, he can get up there.
Yeah. But I love that aggressive play calling. Definitely. But now I think the Cubs got to work on getting some yards, getting in field position, getting in field goal range.
I think they could utilize Cueva a bit better. Take the underneath stuff that St. Paul's kind of given them.
Yeah. Bryce Coleman, number 25, in motion. Nile rolls out to his right.
Oh.
He's looking for someone open. And Duke dropped it again. Don't know if he really had a foot in bound there to make that catch, even if he did hang on. But Jaraputo, another ball right through his hands.
Would have been short anyway, but at least you got to – maybe you think about going for it on 4th down if you grab that.
Yeah. So another empty possession for the Cubs, and there's only so many of those you can have in a game before it really starts to hurt you. Luckily, their defense has been strong so far, but if this St. Paul's offense starts to score with the way Loyola's offense is playing, it's going to be bad.
Really good punt.
Deep.
Is that at the 1 or is that touchback?
I think that's at the 1. They're going to call it down at the 1.
Wow.
Good special teams play there by the Cubs. As we mentioned, always a strong suit of the Loyola football
Schultz.
team.
Great punt.
Number 26, Scotty Smith there to down that ball at the 1. Scott Smith, good friend of mine. We serve on student council together. Just an absolute great guy. He's an Ignatian scholar, which means he is one of the top students in his class. Just a true Loyola man. Standout athlete, also standout academically, and he also runs a tutoring program for inner city youth.
Oh, this might be the chance for Loyola to get a safety. This is definitely a safety opportunity. You might have to just sneak it out and wave the white towel here if you're St. Paul. Try and punt it out.
Yeah.
Here they run it.
And they're going
to
get
safety.
to him in the backfield for a safety. That's going to be a safety for the Cubs, and they are on the board. Jake Ariano with the tackle, I think. And Declan Olin on there as well. So 3-2. This is October, the MLB playoffs have been going on. This is an MLB score.
Yeah, 3-2. See if the Dodgers can pull through tomorrow night against the D-backs.
Yeah.
call them the douchebags, D-bags. Now Loyola gets the ball here.
So Loyola gets the 2 points, and they will be receiving the drop kick here. So Loyola with a chance to really capitalize here and take the lead.
Cueva back over to receive, along with J.Car. Desi Valdez. Sorry.
That play is just really huge for this Loyola team's confidence. You know, they coming off the big loss last week and then having some early struggles. It would have been very easy for them to lay down and not stay in this game, but that play is huge, and it really just lights a fire under these guys.
You can tell. You can tell they want this game really bad. They had an early lead over against St. Francis. Couldn't hold on to it. Let's see if they can keep this up throughout the entire game, because if they do, I believe they can pull this one out.
Definitely, this is 100% a winnable game. You know, playing a team like Oaks Christian, you know, maybe that's a game that the outcome may have been almost certainly determined, but this is a winnable game, and it's really a medal test here for the Cubs. As Khalil Cueva is going to take it, make one man miss. He's going to be brought down around the 40. So another pretty good field position for the Cubs.
Great field position. And hey, with how the defense is playing, if you take the lead here, if you're Loyola, after that you can kind of play keep away.
Yeah.
Try and prevent, not necessarily, once you're in the lead with how good your defense is playing, you're not thinking touchdowns, you're thinking first downs.
Definitely. Yeah, huge if the Cubs can get a lead and hold it going into the half. So let's see what number 9, Thomas Nile, can do. You know, he's made some good passes last drive, but Jarapito unable to pull him down as they're going to throw it on first down. Nile
pump fake.
might tuck it and run, and he's going to be lucky to get back down to the line of scrimmage. He made a defensive lineman miss there, but there was some guys coming for his head on that play. Nobody open there.
I would have ran it there, to be honest. I trust Sean Morris.
Yeah. Morris has looked very strong. And they're going to throw it again. 2nd and 10 they're throwing. Nile looking for Morris, and that didn't seem like a great read.
That was, I don't know. I think
even if Morris caught that one, I mean, he was going to be flattened by that linebacker. So now, throwing on the first 2 downs, that brings up 3rd and long.
Now,
and now you have to throw.
That's the problem with throwing on the first 2 downs, because now you have no choice but to throw. Now the defense can just gear up for the Loyola offense to throw.
Now you have to throw. So Nile in the shotgun for the 3rd time this drive, looking for someone open. He's going to tuck it and run. Gets past the
that's a flag.
That's going to be a flag. Definitely a late hit there by number 44. You know, Nile already sliding in the motion of sliding, and he gets hit, and he gets hit hard, and that was helmet-to-helmet contact.
By sliding, he gives himself up.
Don't be surprised if there's a targeting call here. I'm not saying there will be, but it could be. Yeah, it's going to be a personal foul.
You can't do that when he's sliding. He's giving himself up. He's not a runner anymore. When he dives, that's a different situation. If he dives, you can hit him because he's still a runner when he's diving.
Yeah, that was a big hit on Nile. Nile showing his grit and tenacity by being able to get up and eat that one up, but that is going to hurt tomorrow.
There's Smith.
Justin Smith getting some yards.
Second and 1. Now you have a plethora of options. You can either run it here, or you can take a shot.
I think you take a shot here.
Down it.
No.
Those played safe.
Nile's going to keep it. Nile's going to go down again, but that's going to be a first down. Cubs stringing together some nice plays, and all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door, being in the red zone.
2nd and 1 is the best down in football if you're a play caller, because you can do anything you want. You could run, you can pass. I prefer a play action, but that works too.
Nile really fooled the defense there. He's going to give to Smith again. Smith looking to get somewhere. He's going to stumble forward past the 20, and the Cubs offense for the first time tonight is officially in the red zone.
Now that's big. You can tell the momentum is on Loyola's side.
Definitely, that safety. You just cannot overstate how big that safety was for the overall momentum of this game.
Also,
To be
the late
Morris
hit.
said he's tackled low there.
that
Nice
late hit, that
tackle.
would have been fourth down.
Yeah.
That would have been fourth down for Loyola.
So far, penalties not playing a big role in this game. Not really.
Unless Loyola scores here.
Right, but I'm saying other than that penalty, you know, they haven't played a huge factor, and you love to see that.
Yeah.
As Morris is going to get some room outside. He's going to
Oh.
hurdle over one man, and
Uh-oh.
he's going to get all the way down inside the 5, and they're going to mark
He's
him down
definitely
at
at the
around
1.
the 1-yard line. Morris with a really athletic play to
Man,
hurdle
he just
over a
hurdled that
defender.
guy.
Wow, that is not something you see very often at the high school level. Just
Hurdling like a track star right
really
there.
impressive play there by Sean Morris. Wow. So first and goal here for the Cubs. Let's see what they can do. Niall lining up in the shotgun. I'd love to see him under center and give it to Morris, but they're going to give it to Morris from the gun. And Morris, Niall's going to walk in it himself.
Oh, touchdown. Touchdown Cubs.
Niall with the play action fooled everyone.
I didn't even see that either, man.
And he's going to walk untouched into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game. And with 5 minutes and 10 seconds left in this second quarter, the Loyola Cubs are up by 5.
The way they disguised that read option was so good. That was awesome.
I really think they should be going for 2 here.
It's too early. If you ask me,
But
it's
a
too early.
5-point lead?
It's going to be 6.
Yeah, but a 6-point lead.
Second half, maybe you go for 2. In the second half, you go for 2, but it's too early.
But what is a 6-point? I mean, a 6-point lead. Yeah, I suppose, but yeah. I'd like to see them. You know, that's maybe above my pay grade, but I'd love to see them capitalize on this momentum. They've been moving the ball at will lately, and 2 yards. You know, I'd love to see them try and go for it.
I mean, yeah, it's definitely a valid point. But I think it's just good to take the field goal here. Because if you think about it, like, I'm not saying it's gonna go as wrong as it could be. Say pick 6, intercepted by St. Paul, take it the other way. That's 2 points the other way. Do we? We have a loss of power. No, we don't. Is that St. Paul? Is that St. Paul's?
There's some issues there. The public address announcer talking about how the live stream crew has lost power, but you know,
That's
as you
not
guys,
us now.
as you guys watching the stream are well
start
aware,
partying here.
we do have power. So the Cubs are going for 2, taking my advice.
All right. Let's see.
Niall from the gun here. Jaraputo out wide. Bryce in motion in the backfield. Bryce going to line up in the slot now.
Timeout.
And they're going to call a timeout. Not liking the look there, Kasani, clearly.
Yeah, I think they're just going to kick it now. Oh, look at that. Water boy. Little kid right over there.
Yeah.
Loyola has definitely produced some of the best NFL talent.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Anthony Barr.
Coleman Shelton, David Long, 2
Yeah.
champions with the Rams 2 years ago.
Yeah, you know, Loyola Football, arguably one of the most storied, if not the most storied, high school football program in the Los Angeles area. And, you know, it's just really a matter of how can we restore this program to its former glory. Because this used to be a program that would compete, not only play with, but beat the likes of modern day Bosco and win state titles, and as we see in 1975, national titles. So it's how can we get back to that level, as now it's going to roll out right and look for someone open, but not going to get it. So 8-3 will be the score.
All right, but at least you have momentum. That's all you can ask for, momentum. Looking for the defense to capitalize here. But this Cubs team looks revitalized. They look like they've been playing really well. Maybe it's me, I don't know.
No, yeah, they look really good, and it all changed after that safety. That was really the catalyst for this team. They really got started in a big way after that. So kicking off again, that's number 13, Mark Hyan. Mark Hyan, not your average high school place kicker. He is a professional soccer player for the Orange County Soccer Club, and also probably about 6'4", 220 pounds. And as a kicker, he really loves to get down there and try and make tackles.
Well, that's an athlete right there.
Football is a side hustle for him.
Uh-oh. He's got a gap.
Swordsman with a nice return there. Finally brought down by about 7 Cubs near the 40-yard line.
Now, you can't let that affect you if you're Loyola. Because next thing you know, St. Paul could be pushing down the field. If you're the Loyola defense, you've been playing well all day. Doesn't matter if they've been in the red zone or at the 1. They've been balling.
Yeah. This Cubs defense looking to continue and build on that momentum that the offense has laid down for them. Under center of the Swordsman. He's going to roll to his right. That plays red easily.
Ooh.
Nice open field tackle.
Popped right there.
Jake Ariano with a nice open field tackle, the senior safety. Yeah. Second and 10, St. Paul. No gain there after the nice tackle there by the standout senior. As this clock continues to wind down here in the second quarter. 4 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Swordsman under center once again.
There's an eye for him.
Motion in the backfield.
Oh, blown up.
Nothing doing. This Cubs defensive front has looked very strong so far.
I love this. Now you're forcing them to throw the ball. You've shut down the run.
Yeah.
This running game is going nowhere. That's like me when I'm grounded, going nowhere.
Yeah. So 3rd and long here for the Swordsmen. Is this 4-down territory? I think maybe if they get 5 or 6 yards here, it might be 4-down territory by midfield.
Yes, if you pick up some yardage, if you get it to 3rd and medium.
He's gonna roll out to his left, to his weak side, looking for someone, and he makes a catch. That's going to be a catch and a first down there for the Swordsmen. Down. So a big conversion there. Tough play. Oh, they're gonna mark him short.
Short. Now, but I say you go for it here.
Oh, definitely.
It's too close.
John Malloy.
Just sneak it across. I say you just sneak it across.
I don't know if at this level the offensive linemen are big enough to do that classic Philly Eagles push. Yeah, but
or no, just put your tallest guy at under center maybe.
Yeah.
Because
we'll see what they elect to do here, but certainly a pivotal play here in the early goings of this game as we near the end of the first half.
Loyola hasn't done well against the sneak. Last week, St. Francis, it was a 3-yard sneak against St. Francis, 3 yards.
But I'm sure it's been a point of emphasis in practice, and it looks like flags coming in, and that might be on the Cubs, and that might have given them a fresh set of downs.
False start. Oh, now you got
it's going to be a delay of game.
Delay of game?
It's going to be a delay of game. Clock continues to wind down as we approach 2 minutes left in the first half. And it looks like the punt team's going to come out. So Cubs defense gets a break there.
Big break.
Not even going to have to contest that 4th down try.
Because I thought St. Paul, they're for sure going to go for 4th down. They weren't even trying to bluff them.
No. Good punt there.
Oh, it's muffed it. St. Paul ball. Oh, we've got a scrum here. Flags flying.
Flags flying, but
I think it might be on Loyola.
that's a terrible play there for the Cubs. That's going to be a swordsman ball. Wow.
St. Paul
Wow.
ball. And you add on the penalty, too.
Wow. So if this call goes the way we predict it will, it's going to be swordsman ball with excellent field position.
Now that's momentum, too.
And, you know, a lot of extracurriculars going on after that play. Let's hope that this officiating staff and these coaches can calm that down. But
What do you think it was? Math club? Chess club?
yeah.
Academic time?
And these swordsman fans are fired up.
Oh,
as
yeah,
their
you heard
boys-
that.
As their boys are going to take over after that huge miscue by the Cubs. That you just cannot over-exaggerate how disastrous that is for a Cubs team that was finally feeling some rhythm. And wow, the swordsmen are going to take over at the Cubs' 13-yard line.
Punch in the stomach. And now the
Needing
crowd is fired up.
Needing only 13 yards to gain to take the lead here. That is truly devastating
Yeah,
for the
you
Cubs.
think about it. The Cubs have been dominating on defense, and now they're going to. This is worse position than an interception.
Wow. And you know, this defense has been on the field. They didn't get a chance to get off, catch their breaths before they had to run right back out there. So these guys are going to be gassed, and I would not be surprised if St. Paul can punch it in here easily. I hope I'm wrong, but I would not be surprised.
I certainly hope you're wrong. I pray.
So let's see.
St. Paul definitely with the momentum here.
Two men in the backfield. A lot of motion there. A lot of motion. They love incorporating that. It's going to be a handoff on first down. Makes one man miss, and it's going to be a gain of about 5 yards there down to the 8-yard line.
Now it's Christian Melendez, I believe.
Melendez, you know, we highlighted him as just a standout player here for the St. Paul team.
We highlighted the struggles of this run defense. They've been playing well so far. But we'll see if they can hold up. Certainly won't be an easy task considering that they're gassed. They're playing their second drive in a row, essentially.
It's going to be rolled out to his left. He's looking for someone. Missed tackle there in the backfield by Isaiah Sanders.
Touchdown.
And that's a touchdown.
There it is. Ryan Lemus there on the touchdown.
So a missed tackle there in the backfield by number 40, Isaiah Sanders, leads to 6 there for the swordsman. And wow, that's
a swing. That's a massive swing.
That is a huge shift in momentum. These fans are fired up, and
you
wow.
think Loyola could have the ball. Say they score a touchdown here. That's 7. This could be up to be like a 14-point swing.
That's really bad. Looks like the St. Paul team might go for 2. They're calling to keep the offense on the field.
I can hear our friends over there to the right.
We're right next to the St. Paul offensive coordinator.
They're yelling offense, offense.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't be surprised if they do it. They have the momentum. They have the crowd.
Yeah. And that would make it a 3-point game. You know, there's no difference really between a 2-point lead and a 1-point lead. But a 3-point lead in that case, and a field goal would only tie the game. So I'm very, very confident they're going to go for 2 here.
Let's see how the swordsmen are feeling. That's a backbreaker if you're Loyola.
Yeah, truly.
Because you had the momentum right there.
So they are going to be going for 2 here. And let's see if the Cubs can hold up here. That would be a massive, massive boon here for this Cubs team. Whistle's coming in. It's going to be another timeout.
Timeout Loyola.
Kasani clearly didn't like the look he was seeing there and decided he wanted to take some time to mull it over with his team.
I was watching the Rams game last week. I saw they're talking about how Sean McVay ran like 40 yards down the field to call a timeout.
Yeah.
On a 2-point conversion attempt. How much they value these attempts.
This is huge.
Beautiful night here at Pico Union. See the view of downtown LA to our left.
Oh, yeah.
And
Always a beautiful night at 1901 Venice.
Rupert Hall to the right.
Always more beautiful when the Cubs can get the W.
Yeah. Or the Berendo building to the left.
But those have been hard to come by this year. So let's see what the Cubs can do. Big play here as this first half comes to a close. There's a minute left. Let's see if they can get the stop here on this 2-point conversion
Here's the
attempt. There's motion. It's going to be a
Take
play
the jet
action.
sweep.
Looking in the end
Got
zone,
it.
wide open. No one even nearby. And St. Paul converts that with
terrain there.
St. Paul converts that with ease, and that truly is brutal.
And the crowd's loving it.
Yeah, they are loud. They are really outperforming the Loyola crowd right now in terms of engagement with this game. So the Cubs get the ball back with 1 minute and 6 seconds, down by 3. Let's see what they can do here.
See if they can string together drive. Get a drive starter.
Yeah,
Maybe
and it all starts with this return in special teams. You know, that was a huge mistake that they made. Let's see if they can get it back. Look for Desi Valdez to be playing with a fire here on this kickoff return, because knowing Desi, he's a classmate of mine, just an absolute competitor. When he feels that he's not playing at his best, it's just going to motivate him even more. He's truly one of the most competitive people I know, just an absolute gamer.
And you got to consider St. Paul's receiving the second half kickoff.
Yeah.
So you might see a bit more aggressiveness from Loyola.
Huge for the Cubs to get points on the board here. Here's the kickoff. It's going to be booted way back in the end zone. Good kick, and they're going to call that a touchback. So Cueva unable to do anything with that return as it was called a touchback, and they're going to take over at the 20-yard line or 25. I'm not sure what the rule is in the CIF.
I personally thought he caught it at the 1. That's how I was concerned. Because once he gets at the 1, he has to run with it. There it is at the 20-yard line. You can hear the crowd, St. Paul supporting.
So Nile in the shotgun here with 1 minute remaining here in this first half. He's going to be throwing. They're going to be throwing every down on this possession, I'd imagine. No one open. Looks for Khalil. Unable to find anything going there. 59.8 seconds remaining here in this half, and the Cubs facing 2nd and 10. Have to imagine that there's a real sense of urgency on this Cubs sideline right now.
There's Morris. Flag on the play.
Flag down. Morris with a nice game.
Could be going back. Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty.
That's brutal. Cubs continue to shoot themselves in the foot. They could be 100%. They could be winning this game right now, but it's the miscues that are holding them back.
Yeah, it's the penalties. Last week, 60 yards, all on infractions.
So let's see what the Cubs can do here. 2nd and long.
I don't know. I think you just run
You
the ball
might just
out.
run the ball out right now.
Just get this game to halftime.
Yeah. Motivate them in the locker room. Go light a fire underneath the boys. Sean fighting for yards.
Third down.
And it looks like this game is going to be heading into halftime as this clock is going to wind down. I'm not sure the Cubs will have to run another play, but
yeah,
at the
St.
end
Paul and Loyola are just going to run it.
at the end of 2 quarters, 11-8, kind of an unusual score. Let's see if this might be a Loyola scoregami. But yeah, 11-8 Swordsman at the half. Cubs going into the locker room. I'm sure Coach Gasani's going to have some word for their boys. But evenly matched game so far. Let's see what we can do here. We'll be back in the second half.
Thank you.
back to the second half of action here at 1901 Venice. Cubs are kicking it off to the Swordsman.
Howdy.
Number 13, Mark Hyen, the senior kicker for the Cubs, getting ready to boot it away here to the Swordsman. The Swordsman ended that half with a lot of momentum.
They're going to look to capitalize on that, especially they're receiving the kickoff right here.
Definitely. And the kick from Hyen is away.
Oh, that's short. Oh,
Short kick from the
fumbled.
normally sure-footed
Oh.
Hyen.
That looked like that was an awkward kick. It looked like he kicked it real short on purpose. He can really boot it deep. And out come the Cubs defense. St. Paul.
So here we go.
Support. All right, let's go.
St. Paul taking the field here. Quarterback's going to line up under center. This Cubs defense has looked pretty good this first half, as they're going to be a run the first play, and he's going to keep turning his legs before he gets pushed back. It's going to be a gain of about 3 or 4. But this Cubs defense, they've looked pretty good. Let up a touchdown in the late goings that first half, but
had bad field position that drive. So
barring that, they haven't really allowed the St. Paul team to string together too many first downs.
St. Paul hasn't had a real drive yet. They haven't had a real drive where they've scored points.
Yeah.
Like, if you get what I mean, like.
Yeah, no, totally.
Like, all of their drives have been with great field position due to like turnovers.
Yeah, so St. Paul certainly looking to capitalize on the momentum that they had achieved at the end of that first half.
Running formation.
Scoring against the Cubs after that muffed punt. That run's going to go nowhere. This St. Paul's offense really was relying heavily on the run in that first half, and it appears that they're going to continue to do that.
They passed it towards the end. They definitely, that's how they got the touchdown. They had their quarterback run to the weak side. He was able to find a guy. Not an easy throw to make by any means. Third and 6. Looking to get a stop here to regain momentum.
So 3rd and medium here for the Cubs. This would be huge to eliminate, that first possession for this Swordsman team, as they're going to take a shot, and that's nowhere near anyone. You got to wonder who that's to, because that was just not even within 10 yards of any receiver. So the Cubs get the stop there on 4th and 6. Now comes the punt team. And back deep to return it is number 83, Josh Gallagher. Gallagher's looked pretty good so far. He's been pretty elusive, slipping through the cracks of this St. Paul special teams squad.
He had a great return at the beginning of the game. Opening kickoff, he took it to about the 45, I believe.
Sorry.
Oh.
It's going to be a very, very short kick there. That's going to continue to roll. Is Gallagher going to try and pick it up? No,
I don't think you should not.
It's going to continue rolling to about the 49
You touch that thing, that's St. Paul ball. Yeah.
So the Cubs are going to take it over on St. Paul's half, and let's see what they can do here.
You had 5 guys waiting just in case Gallagher tried to pick up that ball.
Let's see what they can do here. This Cubs offense they've shown flashes of what they're able to do. Had some nice plays with Niall at quarterback with some play action and some misdirection. Let's see if they can continue to incorporate that as they're going to take over.
I go with Morris. Morris all the way right here.
Morris is going to take it up the gut.
There it is.
It's going to be a gain of about 3. So 2nd and medium here for the Cubs. Let's see. Could be a passing down here.
I say you might go with another run. But they're coming out of the gun here.
Yeah.
I say maybe a slant play.
They're going to give
There's
it to
the
Morris.
run.
Morris up the gut.
He's
Morris
got
breaks the
space.
tackle. Morris trucking defenders, and he's going to bully his way all the way down to the 31-yard
Oh, we got a
line,
flag.
but there is a flag.
Might go back. Probably going back.
Probably going to be a holding there on 72, Champ Westbrooks.
Holding. Oh! It's on St. Paul.
So that call's going to go against the Swordmen. You know, you don't really see defensive holding all that often, but, you know, you sure love to see it when you do as a Cubs fan. So Cubs are going to be in the red zone here, knocking on the door of the red zone at the 21-yard line.
You don't really see defensive holding unless it's on a pass.
Yeah.
Which
So look, this first possession showing some promise here for the Cubs. Morris has run the ball very well. Cubs are already near the 20-yard line here, and let's see if they continue just to pound it up the middle. Morris has really just been ramming it down their throats here in the early going of the second half. Norris is going to take it up the middle. He's got space. He's got space. He is going to take it in for 6. Sean Morris continues his dominant performance with a long 21-yard touchdown run, and the Cubs are up 14-11.
You got to ride him. Sean Morris. He picked Russell Westbrook obviously picked the wrong horse to ride. He should have picked Sean Morris right there.
So Morris able to walk in. He waltzed in untouched there from the 21-yard line. And the Cubs are looking to make this a 4-point game with the kick from Hyan. Hyan smashes it through the uprights. And, wow, that Cubs offense looked efficient. They look fired up. And if you're Coach Drew Casani there on that Cubs sideline, you got to be really happy with how you're playing.
You've got to be happy with that drive.
Shout out to number 6, Sean Morris. Only a sophomore, as you see on that screen, but he's already making a huge impact this year. 487 yards coming into this game on 111 carries. He's averaging 81.2 yards per game and 4.4 yards per carry. Really impressive numbers, especially for an underclassman. So, you know, Sean Morris, that's a pickup that this Loyola team was just really elated to pick up this offseason as a transfer.
Yeah.
Huge for the Cubs.
Big transfer out of Servite. You'd love to see it from him.
So Mark Hyan, after booting that PAT, he's here to kick it back off. 9 minutes remaining in this third quarter of action. And the Cubs have really silenced that once boisterous St. Paul's sideline. Really, you can hear a pin drop over here. So Hyan ready to boot it away. Let's see if he shows his full leg here. And he's going to, you know, it doesn't even seem like he really kicked it all that hard. It's going to be kicked at the 15-yard line. It's going to be picked up. He's got some blockers, but it's going to be a nice tackle there by number 30.
Man, somebody had a megaphone over there for St. Paul. It's loud. Really that high school spirit, high school football.
Oh, yeah, Friday Night Lights, nothing like it. So this Cubs defense looking to maintain what they've had going so far.
I prefer Remember the Titans. It's an awesome movie. Denzel Washington. Oh, man. 15 yards.
So, you know, some chippiness following that kick return, and Loyola's going to pay the price for that. You know, you can't have that if you want to win these competitive games. You can't afford to have those miscues. So this Cubs defense is back on the field after a very successful first drive of this second half. Number 57, the right end. That's sophomore John Francis. There's going to be a toss, and it's he's going to be wrapped up for a gain of maybe 3 yards.
Looked like he had a little space there, but
good job by the Cubs to get there.
Yeah. A lot of sophomores coming up after that undefeated freshman year last year.
Yeah.
Notably,
I think I may have incorrectly said John Francis was a sophomore. He is a junior. But, yeah, number 57, John Francis. Oh, that might be Declan Olenon, actually.
Yes.
Then that's not John Francis. I think that's Declan Olenon.
Yeah, junior.
Junior Declan Olenon, another junior, another big defensive lineman who's a very, very effective player. Under center here, it's going to be a pitch out there.
Oh, and there's
And he is
the
met
defense.
at the line and driven back.
Looked like Jake Ariano and more.
The Cubs Wolfpack is there to lay the wood and send them back. So this Cubs defense looking stout so far, as there's going to be some substitutions there.
You need this game. This game is crucial for Loyola.
Ronan
Winning
O'Rourke,
one of the year.
Yeah. A league game also, it means more if Loyola hopes to eventually compete for a league title. They're still in play to win that league title, by the way.
Yeah, only one loss.
Yeah, in league play. So in the gun here is the Swordsman offense. He's gonna roll to his right, and Scott Taylor gets penetration, not able to get there. Kasani, it's gonna be a late hit by Henry, but they don't call it. Wow.
Might be a flag.
Wow. Henry Kasani, the junior linebacker.
Great defense.
Wow, I don't know. Henry Kasani, the junior linebacker, came in really late and hit the quarterback very, very late there. And to be honest with you, I think the Cubs are lucky to get away without a roughing the passer call there. But
also looked like a grab, PI. St. Paul's looking for a flag.
So, maybe a call goes Loyola's way there. And that's big. That's huge. As now St. Paul's forced to punt.
Uh-oh.
As there's going to be flags. Oh, wow. So the punter, while trying to field that low snap, his knee touched the ground.
Wow.
So Loyola is going to take over with the ball deep in St. Paul territory. That is an absolutely huge break for the Cubs. And that would be able to, if they can score in this possession, that would make it a two-possession game and really just be a huge confidence boost for this team.
You have a shot at a put-away drive right here. Can knock St. Paul's momentum out of the game.
Yeah.
If you score a touchdown.
Yeah.
Two huge breaks for the Cubs.
So let's see what Niall can do here. He found some success there on the quarterback runs and running the football. He's going to give it to Morris. Morris has looked so good this first half as he's cutting through defenses. And no one's Morris tackled by
like
the invisible
touchdown.
12th defender, a.k.a. Smithfield's turf. But Morris, his eyes were getting wide there, and he saw the end zone with no one in front of him. But he stumbled and was brought down. But Morris has just looked like an absolutely dominant force.
Only thing to stop him from running into Rupert Hull was the Stewart section.
Oh, yeah, no one was going to touch him. But an invisible sniper shot his legs out from under him. So Niall on the shotgun here, number 9. Morris remains in the backfield. They're going to give it to Morris. Morris bounces it outside, makes one man miss, but he's brought down as there's going to be a flag coming down. Let's see what that's all about. Let's see what that's all about as the officials go short this out. Justin Smith, I believe, is going to be checking in.
Holding
It's
on
going to be a
offense.
flag on Loyola. It's going to be a holding on Loyola, so that's going to set him back a little bit. It's going to hurt the momentum that they may have gained there, so it's going to be second and long here for the Cubs. First and long here for the Cubs.
Tough, big break for St. Paul that he didn't score there. Because if they can hold him here, that would be huge.
Yeah.
Say the least.
So first and long here for the Cubs as Niall lines up under center. Justin Smith in the backfield. That's number 24, the running back. Niall loses the snap. It's going to be loose, and I believe that Justin Smith fell on it, and the Cubs are going to maintain possession.
Oh, man. That
big break there.
Second and long coming up.
Man, the Cubs needed that. If they had lost the ball there, that would have been very, very, very bad.
Especially considering that Sean Morris stumbled on his way to the end zone.
So Nile now in the gun here. Morris back in the running back position. There's going to be it's going to be Cueva in motion. Nile's going to run the option here, give it to Morris, and
I think he should have just held on there. The line collapsed on Smith. Sorry, Morris. I think he just held on to it.
Now it's 3rd and long. So, you know, now Coach Hash, the offensive coordinator, now he's got to come up with something big. Now he's got to come up with something something dynamic here. Or, you know, they might play it safe here. Hyan has got a serious leg on him. They might be trying just to get in field goal range and be able to punch it in for 3. Because that would make it a
I think you take a shot.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think you take a shot here. This is your shot.
All right, let's see. They're lined up in an interesting formation. It looks like they're just going to
run the jet sweep.
They're going to give it to number 15. That's a tight end, Scott Taylor. But he's big, tough to take down, but they finally wrap him up around the 15. So it's going to bring up 4th down. There's a lot of fighting going on, number 41. Number 41 for the Cubs was really getting into it with one of the St. Paul's players.
St. Paul really looking for a flag there.
That's number 41, Cole Dennis. Was really mixing it up there, but luckily no flag there. That really would have hurt them if they sacrificed even more field position there. So Mark Hine here to attempt the 32-yard field goal.
He's going to have to push this one. He's on
As we mentioned,
left hash mark. He's got a big leg.
He's a professional soccer player. He's got the leg. It's just a question of whether he can knock it down. He's a very good kicker. You won't find many kickers better than him at the high school level, and he knocks it through those uprights with ease. And these Cubs take an 18-11 lead. They're up by 7 points here. That's a full touchdown.
But you have to think, what if Sean Morris keeps his footing?
Yeah. Yeah. So 3:39 here remaining in the 3rd quarter. The Cubs lead 18-11. St. Paul lucky to only escape with letting up that field goal. Cubs could have very easily punched it in for 6. But unable to do so.
That was a touchdown left on the board.
But, you know, you can't really fault Morris with how well he's been playing this whole half.
He's been playing incredible.
Yeah.
His performance has been awesome. Oh, man.
So Hyan, after kicking that field goal, come back to kick off here.
Smithfield turf.
So the Cubs looking to get another stop here. It would be huge. So far, their defense has looked very stout this second half. Let's see if they can continue that dominance here. So far, St. Paul's really not been able to get anything going on offensively in this half.
They've got to start. Their hand is going to kind of being forced here. They got to throw the ball. They're just relying way too much on the run.
Hine with the run up. He's going to kick it, and he's going to boot it all the way to the 10-yard line. It's going to take a bounce. It's going to die. It's going to be an awkward play for the returner, and he's going to be wrapped up. No, he's got some room. He's got some room. He's running through tackles, but he's going to be finally pushed out of bounds around the 33-yard line. But very good job by that St. Paul returner to make something out of what seemed to be nothing.
Lucky bounce actually there for Loyola. If that ball's going out of bounds, free kicking out of bounds on Hine.
Yeah.
You'd be starting at the 40 if you're St. Paul.
Yes. So the St. Paul offense looking to get something going on versus Cubs defense, which has looked very, very impressive so far. They've been getting a lot of pressure on that quarterback. And
pass rush is bearing down.
Yeah. And, you know, these linebackers, Ronan Zamorano, Scott Taylor, and Henry Cassani, they've really been able to penetrate that line. And that's huge. Scott Taylor with the contain there.
Oh, Jake Ariano.
Jake Ariano, the senior defensive back there with a big hit. Laying the wood there as soon as he catches that ball.
He hit-sticked him there.
Nice open field tackle. Jake Ariano, another great guy. Yeah, senior, 3-year varsity starter. So
baseball player too.
Yeah, baseball player as well. His dad, a member of the Loyola community, coaches football and baseball.
Freshman coach.
Yeah.
They're 5-3 right now.
So here we go. Second down. The tension is palpable here on the St. Paul sideline. They know they have to get something going on because Loyola's offenses look very good, and they're going to continue to score. Pass rush coming.
Oh, he overthrew him.
Just out of his hands. Brandon Lockhart, the All-American in coverage there.
He airmailed him right there. Definitely had a shot at him.
The highly ranked recruit Brandon Lockhart in the lockdown coverage there. It really just cannot be overstated, Lockhart's impact on this defense, pardon me. You know, just he puts receivers on an island, and it allows this defense to basically effectively take away an entire portion of the field.
Yep, the entire third of the field wiped out.
And quarterbacks know it. They're not going to try and throw it his way because they know. I mean, we saw what happened when they did it against Chaminade. He ran it back for 6 points.
Yep.
So it's just a huge impact.
Oh,
That's going to be a screen pass going nowhere.
That was dangerous. Champ Westbrook's wailing his hands in the air. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Some extracurriculars as Brandon Lockhart seemed to be knocked down there. He's looking for the flag, but nothing's going to come. You know, props to this officiating crew. They've done a good job of, you know, it's not a no-touch game. They've let some chippiness, some physicality go. And, you know, me personally, I'm in favor of that. I think it's a touch sport. And, you know, I like to see them.
Bad punt.
I like to see the boys getting after it. Bad punt there. It's going to take a St. Paul bounce.
He whiffed on that one.
But Loyola's going to take over at the 40-yard line. St. Paul's punt team really has not looked great so far, to be honest.
Yeah, you also look at the turnover and downs when the punter's knee touched the ground on the low snap. So.
Yeah. All big plays.
Here come the Cubs offense. Man of the hour, number 6, Sean Morris, right there.
Sean Morris just had a really good game so far. Niles really been able to rely on him for a solid 4 yards every time he gets the ball, and he's able to run there again for another 4 or 5 yard gain there.
Such a quick burst of speed.
He's just so important and crucial for this Cubs team to staying in front of the chains. And, you know, it allows them to maybe get a more risky play call there when you know you can rely on Morris to get a few yards every time he carries the ball. When it's a 2nd and 6 situation, you know, you can take a shot because, you know, there's always a chance that Morris is going to convert that on 3rd and 6. So he's just a huge, huge asset to this team, especially with how he's playing.
Correction, Morris didn't come from Servi. He came from Jay Sarah. Sorry. Early broadcast, I made a mistake.
Morris going to bounce it off to his right side. He's going to push all the way across midfield. That might be enough for the first down.
He's looking like a man playing against boys, and he's a sophomore.
It's going to be the first down, and yeah. I mean, he looks like a different species. He's just really just having his way here.
Sure he's a human? Wasn't created in the lab?
Yeah. I mean, that hurdle he had was very, very impressive. So the Cubs offense looked very strong this half. Right now out wide we have Ethan Gallardo, number 84, I believe, along with Bryce Coleman and Duke Jaraputo. Jaraputo on the far side of your screen, number 3, an absolute stud. As there's going to be flags coming in, probably going to be a false start there on the Cubs. That's going to push the Cubs back a little bit, but nothing too major.
1st and 15 here.
St. Paul, their fans are still very engaged with this game. A lot of cheers emanating from that sideline. They're very engaged as Niall lines up in the shotgun with Justin Smith to his right. Smith gets wrapped up near the 48-yard line. You know, you got to think.
I think you just take it to the 4th here.
Yeah, I think they're gonna let this one go. No, I don't know if they can. They might have to run another play.
Play clock's in high school is 40 seconds, right?
Is it? I don't know.
Because in the NFL it's 40 seconds. If it is, then they should be able to let this run down, bleed it.
Yeah, they got to start thinking about clock management here.
I say you start doing 4-minute offense soon.
Number 82, the senior Carson Real, the tight end, checking in. He's a really big guy. 6'4", 227. Niles going to let this one go to the fourth quarter. So through 3 quarters of the play, Loyola clings to an 18-11 lead. And they're looking to defend that lead here in this final quarter of play. And it's going to be our pleasure to bring that action to you coming up. So look, this Cubs team has looked very impressive this second half of action. The offense has really been having their way. Sean Morris has had an absolutely amazing second half, and Niles looked very calm and composed in that pocket. And the defense looked really strong as well. And I think that maintaining that consistency is just the key to them winning this game.
I think they got to start running the four-man offense now. Sean Morris has been dominating. He's a beast out there. I think you just got to rely on the run, maybe at Roland Justin Smith, some play-action plays, and just put this one away.
Yes, certainly the Cubs do control their own destiny here. If they continue to play how they're playing, St. Paul won't be able to get back in this game. So let's see what they can do. Fourth quarter.
Now this is the put-away drive right here.
So here we go. Niall lines up in the shotgun. I believe that's Justin Smith going to bounce it out to the outside. Smith got some room to run, and he's finally brought down, but flags come raining in, as that's going to be number 76, Ryan Turk, down for the count. He's slow to get up. That's going to be the Dartmouth commit.
He's a great guy.
So Smith slow to get up. Let's see what's going to go on here. This is just something you really hate to see. Ryan Turk is an absolute leader of this Loyola football team, and losing him would just be devastating at this point in the season.
He's a great guy. Really, he's the president of the car club. He's really involved with the extracurriculars. He's my big brother. I'm going to hang out with him tomorrow at freshman retreat. So it always sucks to see just a guy just hurt. So.
Yeah. Turk, obviously, not just a standout on the field, being committed to Dartmouth, that tells you everything you need to know about the guy. He is truly an outstanding individual with achievement both in the classroom and out. And he's able to get up and hobble off the field, so that's really a great sign for this Loyola team.
You have more offers from Harvard, Brown.
Yeah, he could have gone to any Ivy League school he wanted to. But, he really loved Dartmouth. He loved the campus. He loved the field. He loved the facilities. They have a very strong athletics program despite being in the Ivy Leagues. And he's really excited to play for them.
I found it, the first time I found it, that Ivy League was an athletic conference. I was really surprised.
Yeah.
It's an athletic conference.
Yeah. So Niall in the backfield. He's going to give it to Morris. Morris with some room to run. Morris slicing and dicing. He's cutting back, able to get extra yards. It's going to be a gain of about 5 with forward progress.
I think you just run the ball again here. You're probably not picking up the first down. It's like 3rd and 15, 16.
Yeah.
I say you just run it, just pick up some yards, get what you can, punt it away. Yep, there they are, under center. Single back.
You're going to give it to Morris. He's going to bounce it outside and get taken down around the 48-yard line.
All right. We're going to punt it away. You have about 10 minutes for St. Paul. Here's Alexander Schultz.
Had some good punts this far.
Yeah.
Had one down right at the 1-yard line, and that was ultimately key to the Cubs getting the safeties. That's going to be another strong punt.
Oh, that line drive.
Returner, and number 45, Scott Smith, unable to get the tackle. He's got some room, and he's finally brought down around the 34-yard line.
Came in there too hot.
It's going to be a solid return. You got to break down in that situation. So here comes the Cubs defense. Looked really good this half. And ultimately this whole game, honestly. The times they've scored, it was when they had tough field position.
This is crunch time. This is where Loyola has struggled in crunch time. Let's see if they can pull through here.
Yeah.
This is where great teams win. Two guys lined up in the line of scrimmage. A lot of guys in the box.
It's going to be rolling out to his right. Nothing doing. No one open. He's going to find his man.
Found him. Caught.
Way to make something out of a play that appeared to be broken.
Nate Calderon
It's
right
going to be
there.
a timeout by the Cubs. Interesting decision to use a timeout.
Stop the clock.
Officials timeout.
Oh, there we go. Clock's running. That was a well-designed play. Bootleg. Got to the outside.
Very well designed play. Cubs here in
Seven
Swordsman here in a very interesting form.
7 in the box for the 8. 8 in the box.
23 in motion. Under center, he's going to pitch it out to number 25.
Oh!
And he's met in the backfield by
Wow.
Jake Arellano.
Jake
Arellano, the
Arellano.
senior, very impressive there. He is not a huge guy, and he's able to bring down that big fullback. And, that really just a testament to his strength and grit as a defender.
He read that play perfectly.
Yeah.
That's what the film room does.
Oh, yeah.
Now he slowed down St. Paul's momentum. They build up a little after that first down conversion. Now they're faced with a long situation. Uh-oh. Looked out of formation there.
So a shotgun snap going to be a play action. He's going to roll to his right. Scott Taylor with
that's a
penetration,
sack.
and he gets to him in the backfield. And Scott Taylor's going to hit a little celebration. And he does.
Man, now you're way backed up if you're St. Paul.
Number 15, Scott Taylor with the penetration. Does a great job of getting through that defensive line and getting to the quarterback, and he just showed himself doing that, and he's still celebrating. Loss of 15 yards there on the play.
27. They're probably just gonna run it here. Or they're not gonna go for the first down. You can't. It's 27 yards.
Scott Taylor just looks like a man amongst boys out there. You see him number 15 on that close side of the field. He is huge.
You sure he's allowed?
Oh,
Wanna see his
wow.
birth
Oh,
certificate?
wow.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no.
Lockhart will get him, though.
Oh, Brandon Lockhart
ball's
forced
out.
the ball out.
Ball's out. Cubs look like they have the ball.
Cubs sideline signaling like they have it. But
St. Paul protesting it's out of bounds.
I think St. Paul got it. Yeah, it's going to remain St. Paul ball. They're going to discuss.
The swordsmen are protesting that the ball bounced out of bounds.
Both sides think they have it.
Ref's getting a lot of help from the Cubs sideline.
Both sides think they have it. Let's see where this call goes.
Out of bounds.
The ball was ruled out of bounds.
St. Paul ball.
So it's going to bring up 4th and long.
They're going to punt this one away.
Got a good chunk of that yardage back, but not quite enough to justify going for it here on 4th down. This game progressing very quickly, already halfway done nearly with this 4th quarter of action. Everyone's happy about that.
Yep. Quick ride home. Freshman retreat tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock.
7:15 for me. It's
Wow.
going to be fielded by no one. It's going to fall harmlessly to the turf, and it's down at around the 34-yard line.
Good bounce for Loyola. Picked up about
So after
5
that,
yards.
after that Loyola bounce, the Cubs are going to take over at the 34-yard line, and Nile and this offense are going to look what they can continue to do. Looking very strong in the second half.
Now it's time to do the 4-minute offense. You just start running the ball, bleeding the play clock all the way down. This is the put-away drive, ideally.
Yeah. It's going to be Nile.
Oh, there goes Morris.
Sean
Breaking
Morris.
tackles.
No one in front of
he's
him.
going to go all the way.
Sean Morris with a 60.
Touchdown.
Sean Morris with a 66-yard house call. He saw that daylight and he grabbed onto it and he said, I am going
That
to
might
score.
seal it. That might seal it.
A lot of game left here, but that is a big blow here in the late going. Sean Morris able to really just, wow, big play. Big
The
play.
problem is you didn't waste enough time if you're Loyola.
I mean, I think they can't worry about that.
Yeah.
They're happy to punch it in. Sean Morris.
You'll obviously take the points, but ideally you would have loved to take a lot of time and then score.
Sean Morris with an absolutely amazing game thus far, and he just continues to add on to that a very impressive stat line. The transfer sophomore just making his presence known. So 7:23 left here in the fourth quarter, and it's really trending in the right direction for these Loyola Cubs.
Yeah. Definitely a lot of game to be played, but
That's big.
St. Paul's going to need to do a lot to get back in this game, especially with the way how Sean Morris is playing.
Oh, yeah. And wow, it is really, really quiet here over on that St. Paul side of the field, and the Loyola fans are loving it.
Yeah.
They're making their presence known.
Student section filled up a little bit.
A little bit.
A little bit.
Not a ton of Loyola fans here today, but they're loud. They're loving how this team is playing so far.
Let's hope they
And-
start playing
and,
well,
yeah,
and maybe
they're-
they'll come back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Who knows? Season's not over yet.
No way. Basically all of league play stretching out in front of them. I mean, they could make a run for that league title.
Yeah. Potentially make
If few
playoffs.
things fall into place, they could certainly make a run for that title as Hyan's going to kind of pooch kick it there. Field around the 20 as whistles are going to come in. Not quite sure what that's about. It's going to be something against Lockhart, I believe. Offsides on number 23, Brandon Lockhart, I think. So with that, they're going to be kicking off again, just 5 yards back from their previous location.
I say you just like kick it as deep as possible.
Yeah, I would love to
Just-
see Hyan just.
Crank one back, fire.
Oh yeah. The Mighty Roar Band really jamming out over there in the Loyola section.
Man, how do they come up with like? They're here like an hour before, even more,
Yeah, I mean,
before
yeah.
kickoff. How do they come out with like?
Look, you talk about the Friday Night Lights experience of these football games. It's not just about the team. There's also the cheer squad, the spirit squad, the Blue Pride, and we also have the Mighty Roar Band making a big impact just to make this such a great environment to watch high school football. As that return's going to go nowhere, and he's brought down around the 17-yard line.
Man, I feel like Hyan could be a bit more.
Maybe he
I feel
doesn't
like
want.
he's
Maybe
being a bit
he doesn't want to get a
conservative.
touchback. He's trying to pin it. But yeah, I mean that one worked out pretty well there for the Cubs.
It'll be just a great experience to see him kick one.
So 1st and 10 now for the St. Paul team. Definitely a huge possession. You got to think that their mentality going into this drive is we need to get points on this board, or we're gonna find ourselves quickly out of this game, especially with the way the Loyola offense has been playing. So let's see what they can do. It's gonna be some motion in the backfield. They've been running that all day. It's gonna be a play action. Oh, taking
he
a
chucked
shot
one
deep
deep.
downfield, and it's gonna be out of reach.
Overthrown.
Out of the reach of his man.
was
number
open.
14. He was He was open. He had some separation, but ultimately unable to do anything with it. Brock Bahork has another transfer, able to break that play up.
Both these teams rounding out their schedule of league play to end the season. Next week, the Cubs will be visiting Encino to take on Crespi. St. Paul's going to play Paraclete next week.
Nothing
Pick up
to do
about
there on that run and
2.
play.
3rd and long again.
Ariano and Zamorano there on the tackle. Clock winding down here, 6:50 remaining.
Can't
Time
keep running the ball.
quickly. Time is finite.
Can't keep running the ball if you're St. Paul. You got to throw it.
Yeah. You know, this Loyola defense really has impressed tonight. They have looked absolutely great, especially, you know, really just making their way through this porous offensive line, especially that linebacking core. Zamorano, Kasani, and Taylor have really had their way. But shout out to Champ Westbrooks and Isaiah Sanders also making their presence felt.
Pass
As they're
rush.
going to throw.
Oh!
And
really picked there. Dangerous throw. Just look, Ronan Zamorano breaking that pass up.
Zamorano, the linebacker, we were just talking about him. He makes that big play. The pass intended for Orlando Zepeda falls harmlessly to the ground after that deflection. He read that play like a book.
We'll get a punt here. Playing really conservative if you're St. Paul.
Yeah, you know, I really wonder about this decision to punt it because, you know, 6 minutes left. Their defense hasn't been able to get that many stops, especially in the second
I
half.
don't know, have they thrown? I don't want to say they've thrown in the towel, but
No, they certainly have not thrown in the towel. But, you know, if Loyola can run the ball and get a few first downs here,
I think
they're going to get the ball back with
Yeah.
very little time left in this game. So
they've got to score twice.
St.
as
Paul,
well.
yeah, two-position game. St. Paul is really not in a good position.
All right, Nile out of the gun.
Morris is going to just making something out of nothing. Making these defenders look really, really, really.
Oh. A little talk down there. If I'm Loyola, I'm looking to just get at least maybe 1 first down here. Because a field goal seals this game. 3 possessions, that might be too much for St. Paul to.
Yeah.
I'm just looking for a field goal if I'm Loyola.
Sean Morris
Oh,
is going
he'll
Niles going to carry it.
He'll get a
Wow.
first down.
Niles going to take it all the way to get a first down. Thought Morris got it there.
You know what? I'm going to be aggressive here. Maybe this play, you just chuck one deep. St. Paul is almost guaranteed to be geared up for the run.
No way.
They're geared up for the run.
So risky, though. If you throw a pick, I mean, that's just completely.
They're not. That's why you're going to throw it to like the back of the end zone. It's like an
No
arm punt.
way.
It's like
I
an
don't
arm
think
punt.
so. No way on first down. That would just be crazy. Justin Smith's going to run. He's going to get a nice little gain there. I think Loyola's content to just keep running this ball out.
I don't know. I'd love to see Nile just crank one.
Look, with the amount of turnovers this offense has had this year, they are going to be very content with just running this ball and, you know, keeping them at arm's distance. They don't want to let them. They don't want to afford them an opportunity to get back into this game.
What would you say is Hines' range?
I think Hyan could boot it in. I mean, I know he can from anywhere within 50. He has
50
the
yards.
potential.
Well, we're inside.
If not more. If not more.
We're inside 50 yards.
Yeah.
So.
But Loyola's also moving the ball well.
Yeah. If you're St. Paul, you got to start consider using those timeouts.
Yeah. Under 4 minutes remaining. 25-11. Loyola is in a great spot here.
Going in the half, they had all the momentum in the world.
Yeah, the Cubs came out of their locker room firing. I'd love to hear what Coach Drew Casani said in that locker room, because I'm sure because it really motivated these guys. You know they have a lot to play for. You know, they know there's high expectations for Loyola football, and they know they have to meet those. And yeah.
Oh man, a lot of guys in the box. Gonna run it.
It's gonna be another run to Justin Smith. Smith
The
makes one man
blocking's been
miss.
really good. Run blocking, very good.
Is Turk in this game right now?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is. So
wow.
Turk slow to get up on that last drive. He's already back in, just exhibiting his toughness. He's truly a competitor.
Wow, look at that. Under 3 minutes to go. That massive Cub chilling over there. I wonder what they do with that.
Yeah,
It'd be cool if like the Cubs they ran out of it.
that would be cool. Jared Puto wide on that close sideline. You can't really see him with this tight angle we're at right now. Khalil Cueva in the slot. He's going to be at that bottom of your screen.
Thank you, Zach, for clearing out that angle.
Niall in the shotgun, going to give it to Morris. Morris bounces it outside.
Wow.
Stay in bounds there, Sean. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds. Man, not what the Cubs wanted. They really want to stay in bounds here.
So 2:17. 2:17 left. St. Paul's going to score 14. Probably over 17 because Cubs are in field goal range. You probably.
I would just absolutely be thrilled if Niall can get this first down here. They stay in bounds, and the Cubs can just run this game out. I think everyone here would love that. I know Mr. Carbajal would. This is going to be a handoff to to Justin Smith. Bounces it outside.
Oh!
He's running downhill, and he's going to be brought down near the 5-yard line. And now at this point, you got to wonder, are they going to start calling timeouts? And if they don't, is that going to be kind of a white flag?
Yeah, if they don't, it's definitely a white flag. If you ask me, they should have called their timeouts a while ago.
Yeah.
Because
now 2 minutes, I mean, no matter what happens, they're not in a good position. But look,
now you got to rely on an onside kick.
I think
Best case
I think
scenario.
they're throwing in the towel.
Yeah.
I mean, they got to hope for a miracle scoop and score onside kick, but it's really not looking good. I mean, maybe they're I don't know what they're
I think after the first tackler, you should just sit down with the ball.
I don't know what their clock management strategy is here, but look, Loyola, they came to play it in the second half, and ultimately that's the difference. As Justin Smith's going to get stuffed there at the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring that clock down to just about under a minute. So, look, that's really a good win here for the Cubs, if barring some miracle.
A lot of hope because, look, Cubs playing Crespi next week. Take a look. St. Paul beat Crespi 49-7.
Yeah. So that's certainly is a good indication.
If you want to use the pecking order on that one.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And then.
So 55 seconds remaining here, and it looks like St. Paul's going to be throwing
they're
in a
just
towel.
going to kneel it out.
Cubs in the victory formation there. Niall going to take a knee.
Oh.
One guy, I guess one guy didn't get the memo that they were kneeling it out, and one guy.
Hey, don't stop believing.
Yeah.
And yeah, this one's just about over.
This one's just about over. Ladies and gentlemen, we wanted to thank you from really deeply for watching this game.
It's great hanging out with you, Frank.
Yeah, it was a pleasure calling a game with you.
Yeah.
It was just, we hope you had as much fun watching as we had calling this game. And this has been courtesy of the John Malloy Broadcast Club, as this clock is about to hit triple zeros.
Our next broadcast will be against Paraclete.
Oh, yeah.
October the 20th. Big league matchup.
Stay tuned for that one. That could have big ramifications and implications for the league title.
Paraclete is 1-0.
Clock is officially done.
In terms of league.
And we're done. So thank you guys for watching.
Thank you.
And stay tuned for the next John Malloy broadcast.